Hello and welcome to another fantastic installment of my blog. I'm Zach Roberts. Welcome to the show. For some reason, I adore awards. As you can see by the awards that I've, the Azui, which I created for myself, and how many, and the last real episode of Zach's vlog was me predicting and then reacting to the Emmys. And I almost did one for the Tonys as well, but I correctly guessed every category on that one, so it probably would have been better for my street cred. The Emmy ballots are out, the Emmy submissions are out, and they actually end probably by the time this video is up or by the time anybody, Nicholas, watches it. But basically it's anybody can submit themselves for any category, you know, assuming that they fit the category and paid the fees and everything and are eligible for an Emmy. So basically, and then the voters take that ballot, nominate who they think, they compile that, and then we have the Emmy nominations. So I have gone through the performance categories, of which there were 465 fucking pages, and made up my list of who I would nominate if I had an Emmy ballot. So by no means do I think this is going to be who is nominated, who I think is going to win, regardless of that. But I'm going to tell you who I think should be nominated based on the people who've submitted themselves in the certain categories. And then I will tell you who I think should win out of my group of people. So we'll start with comedy actor. A lot of people submitted for this. Actually, it was one of the smaller categories, so it wasn't that many people. I think there are a lot of dramas, and there are a lot of supporting actors and stuff like that. So my four picks are, and some of these might sound a little random. Zach Galifianakis for Baskets. I thought it was kind of more of a drama that just happened to be funny. I think it's a touching show of, and a very interesting depiction of sort of depression and poverty, and yet optimism, and a really sad, like, tragic story, I think, that also happens to be funny. So I definitely think Zach Galifianakis should get a nomination. A little more random, I chose Nathan Fielder for Nathan For You, because Nathan For You is the actual funniest show I've ever seen. And RJ would agree. It is the funniest program on TV because of how awkward and hilarious Nathan Fielder is. The premise of the show, if you haven't seen it, is he goes to these businesses and offers them help, sort of like, you know, like a Gordon Ramsay Kitchen Nightmares Hotel Hell thing, but his advice is terrible, always. And it's hysterical. I mean, it's absolutely hilarious. And if Nathan Fielder is the brainchild behind most of the ideas, and the way he delivers the punchlines and everything, he definitely deserves a nod in this category, even though I know he won't. I also chose, obviously, Jeffrey Tambor for his brilliant performance as Maura Pfefferman, the transgendered mother of the family in Transparent. A absolutely amazing, like, heartbreaking yet heartwarming, inspiring, riveting performance that he'll definitely get a nomination in reality, and he'll probably win in reality. And then I also chose Will Forte for The Last Man on Earth, because when I first watched The Last Man on Earth, I thought it was weird. I was like, why am I watching this? But by the second season, it quickly became one of my favorite shows on TV, and Will Forte helped create it, but he also helps drive it home every night. You know, it's a cheesy, weird, situational comedy that shouldn't work, but it really does, and for that I think he deserves a nomination, and I think the show as a whole deserves a good nomination. So I know they normally nominate 6 people, but I couldn't really find 6 people that I liked in this category, honestly. So of those 4, I would definitely still give the Emmy to Jeffrey Tambor for Transparent, because and I think that will mirror reality as well, even if the other 3 aren't nominated. Comedy actress. Again, they usually nominate 6 people, but I found 5, and I really only think Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who has had a hold on this category for years, she will definitely be nominated, and she will definitely win again, I think, and very well deserved, especially for this season of Veep. She is phenomenal. The show is hilarious, and she, especially in the episode where her mother passes away, that was a tremendous episode, a tremendous acting acting performance, and she will be nominated and she will win this category. But I also chose Laurie Metcalf for Getting On, the HBO series. It was their final season. And I just happened to watch all 3 seasons a few days ago, or a few weeks ago, and it was hysterical. And yet, Laurie Metcalf is probably one of the most talented actresses I've ever seen, which is, I don't want to say shocking, but surprising when the only thing that most people remember her as is, you know, Aunt Jackie on Roseanne, which she did win 3 Emmys for. She definitely deserves a nod in this category. Her acting involves her whole face, her hands, her gestures. She truly embodies the character, and she embodies this neurotic sort of caring but self-centered sort of egotistical doctor who is really the center of the show and should definitely, without a doubt, get a nod in this category. If not for Julia Louis-Dreyfus, a win. And I also chose Maria Bamford for Lady Dynamite, the Netflix series, which I thought was a hilarious and inventive show, and it looks at a very dark topic of depression, and yet it does it in a hilarious way when depression is not at all funny. But Maria Bamford delivers this unique, hilarious show that I think really she should be nominated in this category. I also chose, this is a little strange, Jamie Lee Curtis for Scream Queens. I don't think she's going to get nominated. She definitely doesn't have any chance to win against Julia Louis-Dreyfus, but Scream Queens, for all of its flaws, the first few episodes were really good, and I think one of the main reasons that was so good is because of Jamie Lee Curtis, and I think her name recognition alone might help her get a nomination, but really overall the show wasn't that great. By the end of it I didn't even care about it, but through all of it Jamie Lee Curtis was the star by and away, or far and away. I also chose Ellie Kemper for Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, which is a fantastic show, and she's hilarious, and I love her from The Office, and I love her in this, and I think it's a great show. I think she'll definitely get a nomination. She could. I don't really know. So those are, and of those, obviously Julia Louis-Dreyfus will win. But if not Julia Louis-Dreyfus, if she were not nominated or weren't eligible, I would probably choose Laurie Metcalf or Maria Bamford. They are both hysterical and well deserving of this award. For supporting comedy actor, I actually chose way more than 6, but I limited it down to 6. At first, I chose all 6 from Veep because they're all fucking hilarious. But the 2 that I stuck with are Tony Hale, who's won this category twice for Veep, and Timothy Simmons, who plays Jonah Ryan, who this season has been an outstanding breakout character. He has for the whole series, but specifically this season especially. I also chose Louis Anderson for Baskets, who plays Christine Baskets, Zach Galifianakis' character's mom, and it's not in any way questionable. You know, she just is a woman. You know, it's never a gimmick. You know, she's not transgender. She's not, it's nothing like that. It's just a very believable portrayal of a crazy, older, middle-aged, loving woman. And I think Louis Anderson did a absolutely phenomenal job for that performance. I also chose Danny DeVito for It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Now, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia has been completely panned by the Academy, and for sure it will again, but I think Frank Reynolds in posterity will be remembered as one of the greatest supporting comedy characters of all time. I truly think he is the humor center, the comedy center of the show. And in a show that's absolutely hilarious, he still brings something to it against the 4 main characters, and still can hold his own and frankly steal most of the scenes. And then finally I chose Mel Rodriguez, and at first I wasn't sure which show, because he's eligible in this category for Getting On HBO and Last Man on Earth on Fox. And I ended up choosing Getting On because even though he's not a very big character, especially in the 3rd season, the show itself and the way they all interact is truly an ensemble piece, and I think it was absolutely phenomenal. His portrayal of a gay man who is in the closet and not really in the closet, but kind of in the closet, and then comes out of the closet, is hilarious. A great character, great show, and definitely deserves a nod in this category. I think Tony Hale will probably take this category again, which is fine, because he really does deserve it, but I'd like to personally see Louis Anderson win this category, but I don't think that's going to happen. But if it does, I'd be very pleased. For supporting comedy actress, I found, I guess that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did find 6. Jane Krakowski for Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. She's hilarious. I love her and everything she's done. I also chose Niecy Nash and Alex Borstein, both from Getting On, because like I said before, they're absolutely hilarious. Niecy Nash is the heart of the show. Alex Borstein is the also heart of the show, and they're hilarious. The interactions between them, some of the awful things that they say and do, it works so well, and it's such a great show. I truly think every single actor should be nominated in their respective categories, especially Niecy Nash and especially Alex Borstein. I also chose Anna Gasteyer for Lady Dynamite because she's so over the top and crazy, and it's fucking hilarious, and I do think she should be nominated in this category. I also chose Martha Kelly from Baskets because, again, hilarious how quiet, and she really has a good heart, and she really loves Chip, and she, you know, as a friend, and she's a very reliable and a great performance from Martha Kelly, so I definitely think she should be nominated. I don't think she will, but and then I also chose Kristen Schaal from The Last Man on Earth because she is the heart of the show and definitely helps carry the show along with Will Forte and the rest of the cast. Of this group, it's hard to say of this group because, and this is definitely not the group that would be nominated, but I would probably award from my nominees Alex Borstein. I think she is the funniest character on Getting On besides Laurie Metcalf's Jenna James, but I think Dawn she's so funny and relatable in the way that she handles situations, in the way that she sort of, she's like petty, but, you know, she thinks she's getting a liver, so because she's on dialysis, she thinks she's getting a liver, and so she just starts eating shitty and sends herself deeper into a hole, and it's just hilarious. And Alex Borstein is fucking hilarious and is well overdue for an Emmy, especially for a live-action performance. So that's it for comedy. I think the comedy series Emmy is going to come down between Veep and Transparent or Modern Family, sort of, in my opinion. I don't think Modern Family is good at all, so that's why you could see it wasn't nominated for anything if it were up to me. So now on to drama. For drama actor, the two series that I really loved this season, obviously Better Call Saul and Horace and Pete. Now I don't think Horace and Pete's going to get as many nominations as I would like. I have it nominated in every drama category, but I don't think it's going to be nominated in every drama category. But I did choose for drama actor Louis C.K. As Horace in Horace and Pete, because not only did he write, direct, and produce it, but he also starred in it, and he holds his own against a cast of very amazing, talented actors. And honestly, it puts him, especially in the drama category, it definitely puts him up there as probably one of the greatest writer performers of our time. So I would definitely like to see him get a nod. Obviously, Bob Odenkirk for Better Call Saul, because his performance as Jimmy McGill as he's a criminal. We know how his story ends, but he has a literal heart of gold, and he is a nuanced, beautiful whole character, and Bob Odenkirk portrays him so well, and he'll definitely get a nod, if not a win, this season, so I'm very excited for that. Very well deserved. Probably the best show on television right now, Better Call Saul. And then I also chose Kevin Spacey. I only chose 3 because I didn't really like any of the other submissions. Kevin Spacey as Frank Underwood is one of the best performances on TV that I can remember, and I definitely think he deserves a nod, if not a win, in this category. And he very well could. Now that, you know, Mad Men's over and Breaking Bad, this kind of really opens up this category especially, and so I could see it going in reality to Bob Odenkirk or Kevin Spacey or the guy from Mr. Robot, but I've never seen that show, so I don't know. For support, I don't care about drama actress. For supporting drama actor, I want drama actress to go to Robin Wright, but that's not going to happen. Supporting drama actor, I chose 4 out of the 6 that would normally be nominated. Jonathan Banks, Mike Ehrmantraut for Better Call Saul, a brilliant performance, definitely deserves a nod. Will definitely be nominated, if not win. Alan Alda for Horace and Pete, holy shit. Like, talk about a complete typecast reversal. I mean, he's a foul-mouthed, dirty, like, disgusting man. And what a brilliant performance from Alan Alda, so he definitely deserves a nomination. And his name recognition might get him that. And then Michael McKean for Better Call Saul as, you know, Jimmy's neurotic, crazy, uptight, law-abiding brother. A brilliant performance from Michael McKean, who is a brilliant, brilliant actor. And then I also chose Michael Kelly from House of Cards. Definitely a brilliant performance, an amazing performance as Doug Stamper, and I definitely think he should be nominated. And he actually might this year, if my predictions are correct. And of those people, I would definitely go with Jonathan Banks, but I think this award is going to go to Peter Dinklage for 2 years in a row, and I think that's way well undeserved. Very undeserved. I hate Game of Thrones, and I hate Peter Dinklage. As for supporting drama actress, I would love for Rhea Seehorn as Kim Wexler in Better Call Saul to get nominated. She is truly the heart of the show, and yet she's comedic, she's dramatic, she's... wow, what a brilliant performance. I can't say it enough about Better Call Saul. It is the best show on TV. I also put Uzo Aduba, who will probably win this category for the third fucking year in a row. I will say in season 4 she wasn't as much of an amazing character as she should have had been in the past on Orange Is the New Black, so I don't really know how that's going to fare for her, but I'm sure she will be nominated. I also chose, wow, Edie Falco for Horace and Pete. What a phenomenal performance. I'm telling you, Horace and Pete is revolutionary, streaming, independent, and Edie Falco, wow, what a tremendous actress. She's won a few Emmys for The Sopranos and Nurse Jackie, but this is one of her best performances. She's just a powerful, like, dramatic actress, and I would love to see her nominated in this category. And I also put Jessica Lange for Horace and Pete. Not so much for the character that she plays, because she's, you know, she's all right, but, you know, I adore Jessica Lange, and even if the only thing that she did was fart on camera, I would want her to be nominated and win an Emmy. So of these people, I would love to see Rhea Seehorn take this one home. She's tremendous. And now for the last 2, I don't really follow these categories that much, but movie mini actress needs to go to Sarah Paulson for The People vs. O.J. Simpson. She was tremendous. She made me cry. I didn't really know much about the O.J. trial other than, like, the main basics of it, but, like, her portrayal of Marcia Clark, who is a real person, was nuanced and breathtaking and heartbreaking and absolutely tremendous. And then drama guest actress. The guest actress in the drama category should 100% go to Laurie Metcalf. I know I've talked about her in almost every category, but Laurie Metcalf's wonderful, brilliant monologue in Horace and Pete 3rd episode was one of the best performances I've ever seen. Now, I don't know how accurate any of those nominations are going to be, but that is my dream ballot. And if this ballot were to be real, I'd be in heaven. So we'll see. Nominations come out in July, so I'll probably be making a predicting the Emmys video. But until then, keep watching TV, so I'm not the only one horny for the Emmys. I won 2 Azuis.